Hello and welcome to a video tutorial about submitting prompts and claims through the Ranebopets website. I'm 7th Bard. I'm one of the volunteer moderators. You possibly recognize my name. You probably see me in the Discord. I'm certainly fairly active, or I try to be, and you may have even played my little game that I made for Halloween. I believe it was the year before last, the Rainbow game. And the VOD is still available here on my YouTube channel if you're curious. Okay, cool. So what we're doing right now is I wanted to do a visual video tutorial for submitting prompts and claims. When you go to the info and go to the scoring guide, it can be a little intimidating. We tried to make it as complete as possible so it looks like a lot. It's actually not really once you break it down. But, for some people, that kind of amount of text can be intimidating. So we are just going to walk you through it with this video, and hopefully that'll be helpful to people. And if you're new here, it should be a decent way to teach you what to do. If you're not, it's a decent refresher. And let's get started. So I have some images that I've made just to do this demo. I play the game too, just like you guys, so I do this stuff all the time. And just, I also, just like all of us, still sometimes make mistakes, so don't worry if you've done it wrong in the past, or if you forget something or get something wrong going forward. It's easy to fix. It's no big deal. So if you get a submission rejected, don't feel bad. Just have a look at the comments, and it's usually a pretty easy fix. Anyway, so here we are in the guides, and the first thing that I need to show you, this that says here, you can see that that's a link. This is a very important link. This is the link to the RC and EC calculator. Basically, Rainbow Coins is for any of your usual pieces. EC is the event currency, and that is for any time that we're having an event. So this is how you would do the calculation. A million thank yous to the person/people who worked on this, because it is the most invaluable resource ever. Now, in order to be able to use this yourself, what you're going to have to do is go up here to File, and you're going to have to make a copy, which you will save, and then that way you will be able to come back and use this, because without making a copy, this is read-only. But once you make a copy, then you're good to go, which I have done. So I'm going to go to my, just open it, yeah, and I have mine saved here to my speed dial. Click, and there it is. And so here is my copy of it, which I can go in and then edit. Just double click that, backspace, can put numbers in, take numbers out, all very good. And then it's going to calculate automatically by the spreadsheet the total for our submission here. And then we will be able to just go ahead and go to this little thing here. This is for art submissions. And we can just right click it and copy, and then you can paste that right into your submission. So let me show you how to do that. All right. Here I am on the Ranebopets website looking at all of my lovely characters here. Now I have done a submission for Ponto here, a little prompt submission. Now in this one, I'm going to show you what to do if you would like to put your character in. I'm going to go ahead and copy his little number designation. He's the 457th Bakudo. Okay, now let's go to prompt. Now there's more than one way to submit a prompt. You can either go to the prompts here and find your prompt. This is a familiar prompt. And here we are at Meet Little, excuse me. Or you can go to submit and do submit prompt and then select your specific prompt from the drop-down menu. This time we're going to do this because I want to show you when you're looking at your prompts and you decide that you'd like to do that and get the specific rewards for that. You want to click here on Show Details because it's going to tell you how to do this prompt, whether it needs an add-on. In this case, yes, it does. Anytime that you do a prompt that will give you a familiar reward, you want to include the specific add-on for that. For non-event familiar prompts, it is the bug net. For event familiar prompts, they usually have their own specific item. For example, the Mothmen have little lanterns that you use, and like the little cute sluggy friends have like a little trap, Uber trap for those, and yeah, so, but in this case, I'm going to want to use a bug net. So this requires an add-on, so you don't want to forget to put that on. Now, if we go down here, this is going to tell us what the art requirements are for this. So you can always do more than this, but this is the minimum requirement. So like if I wanted to do a level 2 background and like put like 3 Ranebopets and whatever, I could totally do that. And I could collect the coins for that too. But just in order to fulfill the parameters of this prompt and make sure that I get the lethal reward, I want to do at least 1 full body Ranebopet and at least 1 level 1 background. And then, of course, I have to include lethal. Alright, so we've looked at all that. We're going to go to Submit Prompt. And that's going to take us right here to this. Because we went from the screen that explains about the prompt, it's already selected for us in the dropdown. If you had submitted it from up here instead, if you had gone to here, you would have to select it yourself. But again, pretty easy street. So here is my DeviantArt, and here's the little image that I made to submit. You do not have to link specifically from DeviantArt, but make sure that whatever source you use, like for example, if it's your toy house, make sure that it's not like locked down to friends only, because then the mods won't be able to see your image. So just keep that in mind. In this case, just because it's convenient, I use DeviantArt for all of my different sort of close species and ARPG games and stuff like that. So I went ahead and put it up on my DeviantArt. I'm going to go ahead and copy the URL. As you can see, I met the requirements for the prompt. This is a level 1 background. I've got a little sort of pavement here in the front, and then just some simple grass. I've got my 1 little Ranebopet here. This is his usual familiar, and then here's the lethal. So I've met all the requirements. I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to paste in the URL for that image. Now I'm going to go to my calculator here. I'm going to show you how to use this. Seriously, this is the best thing. So I have 1 full body adult. I put a 1 in there. No busts. No hatchies. I got 1 owned familiar. I'm going to put 1 under seasonal familiar because lethal is in there. He's not a seasonal, but he's the prompt familiar, so that counts. Now I do not have a level 2 background on that image. I do have level 1. The 1 here. So I've put in the number of all of these parameters in the appropriate box, and then it's just going to do the math for me. 8, that's worth 8 rainbow coins. And I don't even have to type that for my breakdown because I can just go right over here for art submissions. There's my breakdown done for me right there. All I have to do is right click this, press copy, go over here, paste that into my comments. Bam, easy street. Now, if I wanted to, for any reason, add other comments, I can certainly do that. But this is all that's like strictly required. If you had another link you had to put in, like for example, if I had also made another image that was a thumbnail, I could put the link here. If I had done an image that had a lot of characters in it, then I would want to include a link here to a second image that is basically your image but numbered. So like if I had, let's say, like 5 adult Ranebopets and I had like 6 familiars, sometimes that image can get cluttered and it can be difficult to sort of make sure that you're correctly counting when you're scoring that. So I would do a second image that has that, but then just is numbered. And it just makes everything easier, helps us to know what you're talking about, because otherwise, especially if you have kind of a sort of big screen of like Where's Waldo-esque, bunches of characters, like that's awesome, and we love to see it. Like it's actually really fun to see all the different fun stuff that you guys do, but it gets really hard to count, especially because there may be something that we missed. So if you do a ton of characters, include a numbered version, and you just put that right in here, wherever, just do a link and we'll go have a look at it. But in this case, I didn't do any of that. No thumbnails or anything else, no mood board. So I didn't have to do any extra links. I didn't have any extra comments to make. So all I had to do was paste this in there, and there we go. Now, when you have your breakdown in there, you want to take the total number here, which is 8. And you're going to go down here to rewards. You're going to click add a reward. Now there's other reward types here. This was part of an older system, which is now defunct, so don't worry about that. The only thing you're ever going to have to worry about is currency. So you always select currency. And then depending on if this is an event prompt or just a regular prompt or claim, you would either select event currency or rainbow coins. Those are the only two things you're going to have to worry about. In this case, it's rainbow coins. And here where it says quantity, I'm going to put in 8. Oh, God. And now, if this was a prompt where there are bonus coins awarded, like let's say as part of the prompt, one of the rewards is that you get 5 bonus coins, you do not add that to your breakdown. You do not put that in here. You just would put the 8. Those 5 bonus coins are going to be added automatically as part of this prompt. So the system knows that when it's the whatever prompt, then it automatically adds those bonus rewards. So you just do your total from your scoring. You put it right there. There you go. Now, if you want to, you can put what focus characters are in here, character or characters. So if I wanted to, I could go and find the number designation for Ponto, and I could put that in here, which, if I remember correctly, he is Bach 457, and I would put that in here just like this. Bonk. Use the dash, no spaces, 457, and then Ponto would be added as the foot. But you do not have to do that. You're always welcome to, not necessary. Now, for the meat little prompt, like I said before, we have to include our bug net. So I'm going to go to my inventory, click show. I'm going to click it where it'll actually click, because my mouse is not always very sensitive. And I have a whole bunch of yeehaw in here, and we're just going to scroll until we find a bug net. And in the little box here, select it. Down I go, scroll. And then I'm just going to click submit. It's going to have me confirm, just in case I forgot something or I wasn't ready yet. I'm confirm. All right, prompt submitted successfully, and there it is. And I can always view under activity my prompt submissions and my claims. I can view my pending ones, which is the one that I've just done here. We can go to details, and you'll see there's all the stuff. There's Ponto. There's my bug net. I did it all correctly. Or I can look at ones that I've had approved in the past. I can look at ones that I've had rejected, which you can actually see that I rejected it earlier because I had to re-record this. Oops. But when you have your submission approved or rejected, you can go into the details and see what comments. I should have commented something. Oh my goodness. Oh, here. This, details. So this was rejected, and the staff is going to add a comment here. Prompts cannot be done with both writing and art. Oops. You can submit them as separate ones. So, yeah. Anyway, so if you got a rejection, you can check and see why, because the staff will add a comment. And sometimes even we'll leave comments on approvals. I like to try and leave comments on people's art and stuff. Some of these Yeehaw. I think that's one that somebody commented on. I'm wrong. They didn't. That's okay. Whatever. Anyway, whatever. Usually I try to comment on the art too. But not always. Sometimes we're really busy and there's a lot of people submitting, so it just depends. Either way, you can look at your past submissions and you can view the comments, you can view the details. You can look at your pending submissions to see what you have in the queue waiting to be approved. So that's always convenient. That's good to know that that's there. All right, so that's how you do a prompt submission. Claims are incredibly similar. They're just a tiny bit different. So I've also done a demo for that. So in that case, obviously, you're not going to go over to prompts because that's not how that works. You're going to go up here to submit every time. This is not a prompt. This is going to be a claim. Basically, anytime that you do a drawing that has official Ranebopets in it, you can submit it as a claim and you can receive currency rewards. So that's always good. Let's get out of this here and get it out of the way. Here is the little image that I have done. This is my little sugar kit gumdrop. For this one, I just wanted to show that this is a level 2 background rather than a level 1 because it has a very clear foreground here with the balloon, midground here with the ground and the little clown who's very stressed that a sugar kit has absconded with his balloon, and the background here that has, just the sky and some clouds. So level 2 backgrounds don't have to be complex. They can be as complex as you want them to be, but the major distinction for them is that they either have a lot of details or they have a very distinct foreground, midground, background. So I just wanted to showcase that by doing a level 2 background. That was a little bit simpler. Anyway, okay, so here is the image that I did for this. I also put a human in it because I just wanted to say that in the world of Ranebopets, humans do live there. They are not the dominant species and they are a minority species there. There's not a ton of them living there, but you are always welcome to draw them in your submissions. They do not count for coins, but they're canon, so add away if you want them. All right, so here we'll just copy that URL. We're going to put that in the URL for our claim. And once again, I'm going to go over here to the RC calculator. Now, in this case, I did not have any adults in here. Gumdrop's a sugar kit. He's a Hatchie, so I'm going to put him under Hatchie. I did have one unfamiliar, which is his little buddy here, Foist. And yes, his name is Foist, spelled with a W, because Gumdrop is baby. Alright, I do not have any seasonal familiars. And this is a level 2 background. Alright, so that's worth 10. I'm going to go here, right-click, copy. Right-click, paste. Again, I don't have any other additional stuff to link or anything else that I want to say, so I'm just going to leave that like this. I'm going to go down here to rewards, add reward. Yes, you do have to click it, mouse, thank you. Currency, rainbow coins, 10 of them. And there we go. In this case, I'm not going to add my character because, again, it's not mandatory. I do not have any add-ons or anything else that needs to happen. So it was that easy breezy, y'all. Quick and dirty. And click submit, click confirm, and there we go. Here is my claim waiting to be processed. I can go to the details if I want, and there they are. And when somebody processes this, I will get 10 coins for that. It's that easy. So I hope that was very easy to understand. I hope that it recorded better this time. And let me know if there are any other things that you would like to see demonstrated via video, because I'd be happy to do more demos. But yeah, so that's just a real quick and dirty how-to on doing prompts and claims. Hopefully that cleared stuff up. Some people are more visual learners, and when you go to the guide page, again, it seems a little overwhelming. It seems like a lot. But once you kind of break it down into what you're actually doing, it's not very much, and it's not that hard, especially with the calculator. Go ahead and save a copy of that guy. Use it. It's great. It's wonderful. And should be pretty easy. So we love seeing your submissions. I've been part of Ranebopets for a few years now, and I love this game. I love all my friends here. So I hope that you guys go ahead and do some prompts and claims, and I hope that you have an easy time using the site and you have so much fun creating. I love seeing everybody's submissions. I love all the wonderful ideas that you have and all the cool stuff that you do. So yeah, that's it for this video, and be creative, have fun, stay safe, and I don't know how you close out a video like this. I guess just look at Gumdrop. Guys, look at him. Guys, he's so cute. Guys, look at his little face. Aw. Aw. Foist hates heights. Alright, cool. Bye for real.